Hey there and happy Friday, guys. I had to do some work today before I could play and show you what I'm working on today. So I got to help my husband with some rock picking this morning on the farm, and yeah, my wrist didn't like that so much. I didn't think that would be such a big deal, but a lot of you still ask how my wrist is doing, and it is doing well, but I think it didn't like that motion of putting weight and lifting it like that. So I might actually have to work myself up, or work a little harder at getting my strength back, just so that I can do things like that, especially with summer and better weather coming around. I want to be ready to roll for all of that. So yeah, so I am bringing you card number, it is 14 already this month, for different stamp ideas or card ideas. So today I'm letting some tools do all the work to create kind of a simple card, but just one that I think it'll be kind of fun to watch how I put it together. I'll be using the Stamparatus today and the Simply Scored scoring tool. So that way I can show you how those things work. And let's see, I'm trying to see if I can yeah, it looks like I am already on my thing here on my Facebook Live. So this is good. Hi, Kay. Hi, Pam. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Lois. So lots of you are joining in, which is great. And thank you, Kay. I really enjoyed putting together today's card because I wanted to, just do something. Oops, I'm trying to put down my iPad there and get out of the way there. I wanted to put something together that would work for all, not all occasions, but male, female, and just kind of an encouragement card too, to make something different that I haven't done for a while too. So let me get my camera moved around so that I can show you guys how to make it. Okay, and this is actually one of my favorite color combinations too. So the cardstock base is basic gray here, and then with the cherry cobbler and the white, it just makes everything really pop. So when the High Tide stamp set first came out, they kind of had some charts that showed different color combinations with blues and reds and stuff, but I just felt like the red really was always what attracted me to the stamp set. But I did some blues. I even did some light blues, dark blues, and different things. So you can, change up your Lighthouse too to make it look how you want. So where this stamp set is coming from is, first of all, I'll show you the stamp set here. As you can see, lots of images in here. In fact, it's one of those photopolymer stamp sets that has 2 packages of the stamps in there because it is that big. Hi there, Deb. And so lots of sentiments, lots of images, and even these little sandpipers put on the beach. You can make your own beach scene, which I'll kind of show you, or wading in the water. Just you could make a simple card just with those 2. So that is found in the annual catalog, and it is retiring. It's on page 27, and so here it is for $26. And I think tomorrow is the last day that Stampin' Up! Is kind of guaranteeing their retiring stamp sets to be in stock. So if you're looking through that retiring list, giving it one last look and go, okay, how safe is it to wait to order or not? Tomorrow's kind of the last day that Stampin' Up! Is kind of saying that they'll guarantee stamp sets. Otherwise, they will be while supplies last, kind of like the accessories and other things do. Okay, later on, I just didn't want to get too far. Later on, I will be showing you the Simply Scored scoring tool on page 151. But I know once I put aside my catalog, I won't bring it back out. But I will be showing you how I will be using that. And so that way you can see where that's at in the catalog. And the other thing that I'm using today, I don't often use it on my videos anyway, is the Stamparatus tool. And that's on page 164 too, 164 also. So that way you can kind of see where that's coming from too. Hey there, Drake. Can't wait to go to your football game tomorrow. We're looking forward to it. And Pam, you got your catalog. Wonderful. And hi, Angie. Oh no. So I'm sorry to hear that you're freezing up, Lisa. I'm kind of watching on the iPad too for things like that. So over here it looks like it's a good day for not freezing on my end. So yeah, maybe watching the replay might be the best thing for you. Hey there, Linda. Hi, Ginger. Okay, so let me set down my catalog and I will get to work making this card here for you. Here it is again. So let me get out my Stamparatus tool and show you how this thing works, because it's really a lot of fun, and it can be for casual stampers, avid stampers, and I'm surprised by how many people use this all the time. Like, I have some of my stamping friends that they don't hardly ever put their stamps on a block anymore. They actually stamp with just this whole Stamparatus too. Oh, Pam's is freezing up too. Yeah, I often feel like mine freezes up or my internet connection gets really goofy if it's a windy day here. Today it's pretty calm, and so I've had good internet here, so I'm not sure what's up, but we'll see. We'll see. Hey there, Jane. Hi, Cheryl. So this is my color combination, like I said before, one of my favorites with the cherry cobbler and the basic gray, and then I'm pulling in just some white to stamp on. And so I'm going to start with the top white for the card, and this I cut 3.5 by 5. And I'm just going to kind of put that on here. I have all of my stamps already on my Stamparatus, so I just want to make sure that that's where I lined it up. And I have this nice little grid foam mat, so I can kind of know in case things move around where to put it back or shift it back. And actually, I'm gonna move this to this. So we are going to start with putting down kind of a beach theme here, and I kind of want to get my camera close, but I don't want to bump it. And my Stamparatus, I'm going to use all 4 sides today, so that's kind of unusual too. So I kind of need to space things out a little bit. But I'm going to start with my ink pad, the Crumb Cake ink pad here. I'll open that up, and then I'm just going to ink that up on the, I call it my beach scene here. It's just some little kind of stippled sand. Oh, actually I need to, looks like, scoot this over just maybe even 1 square. We'll see. There we go. So now it's the way I wanted it to be. So with that, I'll just press down really well and see how it turns out. And I feel like, oh, it's got a little light there. And sometimes it's, maybe I didn't get enough ink, didn't press down far enough and such. So this is the whole joy of having the Stamparatus, is I know that it's my paper's in between there. The magnets hold it down. I can restamp, give it a better push, maybe in that area that it's not so much. Actually, now it looks, I don't like that. Let's start this over here. Okay, let's go there. I think it was probably good enough the first time, but I'll just do it again. Okay, so let's ink it up. Take 2. Okay, whoops. And there we go. Okay, so going to do that. And with this, I wanted to put my magnets up here just to hold it in place. It'll be better later, but it kind of sucked it down and pulled it down a little bit. So I think that's where I goofed up, is I didn't have it quite on the lines to start with, and then I added or put it on the lines when I got done. Okay, so actually that one turned out pretty well. And next I'm going to put my my Lighthouse on here. So there are 2 plates, as you can see, to the Stamparatus. So I just use 1 plate, and then you can actually put stamps on both sides of the plate. So you can see I have 1 here and 1 here. So I'm going to start with this one, and this I've already pre-lined up. So I know that it's going to fit in that notch here. And so that I'm going to stamp out with my Real Red ink pads. So I'm going to use 2 different colors of red, and so the Real Red's the lighter of the 2. So I'm going to ink that up well, and then just swivel that across here. I'm going to press down, and I have a stamp kind of over where my thumbs are now, but that's okay. And I'm going to lift off, and actually that one turned out really well, so I'm just going to leave that like so. But now I'm going to switch my plate, because I'm going to now put kind of the outline on there. So actually I'm going to move my camera for you First, I'm going to just scoot this a little bit so it gets back in there. I'm going to kind of show you. Whoops. So far right now we've got, whoops, just that much of the lighthouse. And what I'm going to do next is do the outline in the darker cherry cobbler. So it's kind of fun to see the different steps. So now I'm going to open up my cherry cobbler ink pad and then ink up kind of the outline. And so some of this adds new definition lines to it, and some of it, oops, I'm trying to move my camera and everything, and some of it overlaps the real red and just adds more depth to it too. So I'm going to do that like so, and this was a little too close, so I'm going to back that up here and add a little bit more cherry cobbler, which I can. So sometimes, yeah, I get my magnets, and it's always, you know, after the fact, like, oh, my magnet was too close. And so that's the joy of the Stamparatus, is then I can go back and add more ink. And now that that magnet's out of the way, now I'm seeing more of that definition. Here, I'm going to move my camera so you can see now that lighthouse is filled in. So that's kind of fun. All right, and then I think the last thing I'm going to do is move this plate that had the beach on it, like here, and flip it so I have the other side of the plate, and then that is where I have my sentiment. So my sentiment I decided to do in cherry cobbler. I thought that would just kind of pull everything together, and that would be good. Let me get my cardstock back like so. I'm going to press down. I got lots of ink on my fingers today, and most of it is because I'm using both sides of the Stamparatus. So let's just give it a little bit more of a squish on the hope. There we go. Perfect. All right. Now I need to make sure that I'm not getting ink from my fingers onto this, because that would be sad to have this turn out and then smudge it with something. Okay, so let hope be your lighthouse beckoning you through stormy seas. And I love how the red and the cherry cobbler, you know, sometimes you see those colors together in cardstock and you go, gosh, would that clash or not? But just adding that shadow on there to the lighthouse is really a fun thing. So let me just scoot this out of the way, and I'm going to show you what I'm going to add to this now. So let me take, because this is a photopolymer stamp set, I'm going to just add a piece of scratch paper over here, because I'm going to kind of do some stamping off and such. Hi there, Amy. Hi, Jane. So now I'm going to open up my soft suede ink pad, and this is kind of just some little dots that look like the sand, and it's going to kind of complement this right here. So I'm going to ink up and just add a little bit kind of around the base of the lighthouse, and it's a darker, because the first go around of that was crumb cake, and so this is soft suede. So I'm just going to kind of lightly tap on there and then keep stamping without re-inking so that it kind of gets lighter too. So now we have kind of some varying depths of landscape on there, and I'm just going to fill in maybe just a little bit there without re-inking there. So there we have that, and that's going to be the front of the card, and that's good for now. But because I have this set up, I'm actually going to do the inside really quick too. So for the inside, because this is more of an encouragement card, I want to leave that be blank so you can use it how you wish. So I'm just going to ink up those little sand dots again in soft suede. And then I love just stamps like this that are those like little grasses and such blowing. So I'm just going to ink that up in soft suede and add that to that too. So like I said, it makes a great kind of wildlife or natural looking card. Sometimes when you're like, oh, what can I do for a guy card? Something like this stamp set would be perfect. And now is where I'm going to pull out, like I said, that Simply Scored scoring tool. And I use this all the time. So if you can see from the camera angle, use it daily. You can tell where my 4 1/4 and my 5 1/2, the grooves are just like bore into the board, because that's what I use all the time. In fact, when I'm getting ready to make a card like this, I often leave my full sheet of cardstock together, slice it down the middle, so then when I cut it, then I'm getting 2 cards right away. So I love it for scoring. We do have a nice score on our trimmer, I should say, but this is what I use because I do so many mass producing products. So all right, so what I'm going to do to add to this is I'm going to add these fun scored edges. So you can do it, I wanted the edges to pop up versus the grooves down. So to make that, I have to turn this over. And hey there, Barb, I'm going to do just quarter inch little lines on there. So since this is 3.5, I'm going to 3 1/4 here. And I'm just going to, with my scoring tool, go down. And then over here, 1/2 inch, I'm just going to go down. And then I'll rotate. And there you can see where I goofed up before. Kind of hard on the eyes now. So this is a 5-inch piece. I'm going to go 4.75. And then over here, that 1/4 inch again, like so. And so it's upside down, as you can see. So if you want your grooves to go down, then you can have it right side up. But I put mine upside down because I wanted those lines to pop up like so. And this just kind of frames that whole scene reset right there, like so. Like not a big deal to do that, but having this tool makes it easy. You could score it with your scoring blade on your trimmer too, but I thought kind of a fun way to show you something that I use all the time. It's always in the background of my videos. One of those things that people probably don't even know that I use. Okay, so next it's just assembling the card, putting that together. So today's card is 5.5 by 4 1/4 folded this way. And then this piece, the white, like I said, was 3.5 by 5, which is kind of a different, like longer cutting size than what I normally do. So my cherry cobbler is actually 3.75 by 5 1/4. So let me just tack down the cherry cobbler onto the basic gray here, like so. And then I wanted to pop up the white piece. So you can see when I said it's a little different cutting, usually I kind of do the same width, and usually that's a 1/4 inch, which this is here, but I'm giving a little bit of extra width on the sides to make it look longer and narrower. And then I want to pop up the white layer here with some dimensionals. So I'm just going to put 1 in each corner and then kind of a couple in the middle. And that will actually give it another little dimensional or boost to off the cherry cobbler besides doing that little bit of scoring. So I'm just going to center that on there like so. And there is that. And I caught my husband, he was in for a snack quick before he went back out to the field. And I said, okay, like if this was a guy card, is this good enough? Like I'm so used to always adding some ribbon, adding an embellishment or something. He goes, actually, I would leave it just like that. And I kind of wanted to, but I also needed to have just that extra, you know, like pass through, like, does this look okay? I wanted somebody to say something. So I was glad he came in. And I do think just by adding those different shades, the 2 different shades of brown, gives us so much depth here. It just kind of makes it look 3D, which is really fun and so easy, as you saw, to do that. This whole card comes together within minutes. And then for the inside, like I said, I worked on that already, just that tiny little corner 2 stamps there, and that's going to stay just like that so that you can write your encouragement on the inside for whatever occasion that you're sending it for. And then that is done now too, just like that. So that is today's card number 14 for April Stamp Camp. Just buzzing through lots of projects and ideas for you guys. I'm really having fun with it. So Monday, I'm already excited about that. Monday we'll kick off Lois Anderson's virtual stamp party. So I will demo cards for her virtual party Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. So she's asked me to make a guy card. So that'll probably be Monday because I already have something kind of in mind for that. And then Tuesday and Wednesday, I thought it'd be fun to do maybe a little sneak peek of the upcoming annual catalog because she's holding her party open until the annual catalog, the new one, opens up May 4th is the first day to order from that and such. So that way you can pick and choose if you want to order now or later or both or whatever. So that will give you an idea kind of what to plan for her party coming up too. Thank you, Cheryl, and thank you, Kathy and Kim, and hi, Kathy, just joined in too. So I don't often get to see you, so you must be off work and it's Friday. I've got another Kathy coming in that just probably got off work too, and it's Friday. Good, lots of Kathys. I think there's 3 or 4 of them on right now. So hope you enjoyed, and if you want a set of 10 cards for this month of April, just let me know, or if you're placing an order and want to use the host code that I've posted here, and I'll also post it with the still shot of today's project, then if you use that host code and your order is before shipping and handling $75, then you get the set of 10 cards for free. So yeah, so thank you, Ginger. It was kind of fun to throw in a couple different techniques or tools to use for today's card. Even though it looks simple, we always can use help, or just, you know, sometimes with our simple cards, what's one little step that we can do to just make it a little bit more special. So that was kind of fun for me today too. So have a great weekend, everyone, and I will touch base with you again on Monday. Take care.